Hello and welcome to the lab. Whether you think wearing a bonnet outside the house is appropriate is not what we're here to discuss. Today, we are going to explore if the bonnet is actually protecting your hair or promoting hair growth and retention. We're also going to learn about what hair is made of, which is related to the integumentary system. Check out our first video on the integumentary system. The link will be in the description box below. Now, let's get to the science of it. A bonnet is a stretchy cap or headpiece with either an elastic ring or a headband around the diameter to keep it in place. It is made of a material called satin, which refers to the combination of textiles or materials that are weaved together to create a shiny luster or fabric. Usually, bonnets are made of 100% or a mixture of polyester fabrics. It is worn at night by some, and historically it was worn with a brim as a sunbonnet to protect the hair from the elements. Throughout time, as early as the 17th century, bonnets have been worn and explored as a fashion accessory. For more details and facts in the development of the sleep bonnet, check out an article I linked in the comments below by Cece's Closet NYC. To observe the benefits of a bonnet, let's review what hair is and what it needs to grow healthy. Hair is made of keratin, a filament protein. Filament means thread-like or strands. The hair shaft, or a strand of hair, is surrounded by a cuticle. Inside, you have the cortex, and then some types have a medulla. The cuticle is the outside shell and protects the inside of the hair. The cortex is the location inside the cuticle that holds pigment and color. Don't touch my hair when it's the keratin in there. Don't touch my science when it's opinions. Please silence, curly or straight. It grows at the same rate. Don't touch my cortex. It holds the pigments I wear. They don't understand or do research like me. Try to believe, study, and achieve. The bonnet claims to keep hair in place at night, reduce frizz, maintain a hairstyle, keep the hair out of the face at night, and promote growth or retention. Let's see if that's true. Human hair, no matter what the race or gender, will grow at an average of 1/2 an inch each month for a total of 6 inches a year. Keep in mind that if a person has curly hair, their hair is growing at the same rate. However, the curls are just compacted and compressed. Friction occurs when one object rubs against another surface. Consistent friction or aggravation or even manipulation of the hair can create cracks in your cuticles. This makes the hair more fragile and porous, which means having holes or spaces or cracks. Some ways to lessen friction on the hair are to use oils and creams, and the use of a bonnet or softer materials lessen the friction against your hair cuticles.
You've been wearing that bonnet for 14 years, only got 4 inches.
If a bonnet is the correct size, it can definitely keep a hairstyle and hair in place, which can make maintaining a new style easier in the morning. If a bonnet is too loose, it can cause just as much friction, especially if the fabric does not have a smooth texture. A bonnet that is too tight can cause tension on the roots of your hair and also lead to hair loss and thinning. For some hair textures, a bonnet can help to retain the moisture that it needs from the natural oils of the scalps. For others, depending on how much product is introduced to the hair, your scalp will not be able to breathe. A healthy scalp will also lead to healthy hair. Two surprising facts I have learned during my research on the bonnet are that one, of course, it can keep your hair out of your face at night, which can promote a healthy skin, as the products that you use on your hair might not always be the best for your face. Therefore, you are preventing those oils from clogging your pores and the abrasion from your hair scratching or irritating your face and skin. Though those effects are minimal, and you can check out what really causes acne in the video linked below, that was an interesting fact. The second is that hair can be damaged, as we talked about earlier, by the sun's UV rays, and by wearing a hat or cap or even a bonnet in the sun, it can protect your hair as well. Now keep in mind that these are just minimal effects of a bonnet and cap that they can have on your hair, but it was still interesting to know that it could be a way to prevent sun damage from your hair. If you are trying to grow out your hair, a bonnet is not going to promote growth. It will only help you retain length. And the effects of a bonnet are really minimal if you do some of the following things. Drying your hair with a vigorous, tough towel. Washing your hair too frequently. If you have a poor diet and are not drinking enough water, your hair will not grow as fast as it could. Putting too much heat, like a blow dryer, a hand dryer, or flat irons and curling irons on your hair can cause damage. Different hair accessories can cause abrasion and create tension on the roots of your hair. Consistent hairstyling can also cause damage to your cuticles through over manipulation. We also can't forget the big one: chemical treatments and chemical dyes and relaxers can also leave your cuticles weakened or dissolved. But if you are consistently mistreating your hair, you will never see the possible length that you could have. Despite what many companies may advertise, or using rice water, or aloe vera, or standing on your head, it doesn't matter what you do. Hair growth is genetic. What you want to focus on is hair retention and retaining the length that you have grown. In conclusion, a bonnet does not promote growth. However, it can retain the growth that you have achieved. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned a little bit of science and learned some interesting facts as well. Please consider subscribing and leaving a comment on any other aspect of hair you'd like me to cover. If you're still around, I am also going to link a YouTube video that goes over whether a bonnet is appropriate or not and who has a right to say anything anyway.